The sound of defeat echoes through the minds of ordinary men, but for the Sigma male, it's merely background noise to his relentless pursuit of excellence. Every day, countless men surrender their dreams at the first sign of resistance, trading their potential for comfort and mediocrity. But you're not here for comfortable lies or easy paths. You're here because something within you refuses to bend, refuses to break, refuses to accept anything less than what you know you're capable of achieving. Welcome to the Sigma male community, where we don't just talk about success, we dissect the mindset that makes it inevitable. Today we're exploring why true Sigma males never give up, why that stubborn, unyielding persistence isn't just a trait. It's the foundation that separates extraordinary men from the masses who settle for less. 1. Their plans are silent, their drive is brutal. Don't mistake the calm exterior for indecision. A Sigma male operates in the shadows of strategy, his intentions unannounced. But beneath that stillness? A ferocious, unyielding engine. This isn't noisy ambition. It's a cold, violent determination that recalibrates after every setback, never stalling, only shifting gears. While others broadcast their next move, the Sigma is already 5 steps ahead, his relentless progress measured in silent, undeniable action. The lack of fanfare isn't weakness. It's the focused intensity of a predator closing in, his quiet steps masking an unstoppable force moving ruthlessly towards the objective. Where others need constant validation and recognition to maintain momentum, the Sigma finds power in obscurity, building empires while the world sleeps, fueled by an internal drive that requires no external approval to sustain its brutal efficiency. 2. Self-reliance is non-negotiable identity. At their core, Sigmas are built on one unshakable pillar: I solve my own problems. The thought of needing rescue, of handing their struggle to another, isn't just uncomfortable, it's a profound humiliation, a violation of their very being. This isn't arrogance, it's hardwired survival. They'd rather crawl broken through hell than utter a plea for help, because dependency is a poison to their spirit. Control isn't desired, it's essential. That mirror moment, no one's coming, get back up, isn't despair, it's the ultimate affirmation of their power. Outsourcing survival is surrender, and surrender is death to the Sigma identity. This fierce self-reliance isn't about ego, it's about the fundamental understanding that true growth, true strength, and true resilience can only be forged in the fires of personal responsibility, where excuses die and results are the only currency that matters. 3. Completion is obsession, victory is secondary. Forget trophies and applause. For the Sigma, the true demon is the unfinished. An incomplete task, an unresolved challenge, a story without its final period. These are mental torture, gnawing at his soul. He doesn't merely want to win, he must see it through, start to bloody finish. Even if the outcome is ashes, the act of completion itself is the triumph. It's about integrity to the process, honoring the initial commitment with unwavering resolve. Leaving a loose end feels like a fundamental betrayal, a crack in his foundation. Victory is fleeting, the satisfaction of utter closure is eternal. This obsession with completion transcends rational calculation. It's the mark of a man who understands that character is built not in moments of glory, but in the quiet, unglamorous moments when no one is watching and only personal standards remain as the judge of his actions. 4. Failure is a blueprint, not a tombstone. When a Sigma falls, he doesn't weep or blame the universe. He dissects. Coldly, clinically, he replays the failure like tactical footage. Where was the flaw? Timing? Judgment? Effort? No sugarcoating, no excuses, brutal self-honesty is the scalpel. This isn't self-flagellation, it's forensic analysis. Every identified error becomes a critical data point, fuel for recalibration. The sting of failure is temporary, the intelligence gained is permanent. While others hide from their missteps, the Sigma upgrades his entire system based on them. He doesn't just get back up, he rebuilds the ground he fell on stronger. This transformation of failure from emotional wound to strategic advantage is perhaps the most powerful weapon in the Sigma arsenal. The ability to extract value from defeat, to metabolize pain into progress, to ensure that no setback is ever truly wasted. 5. Limits are lies told to the complacent. The word limit makes the average man flinch, see walls. The Sigma sees a blinking neon sign, test me. He knows most limits are societal fiction, fear masquerading as fact, not realistic, not for you. These aren't warnings, they're dares. Resistance isn't discouraging. It's intriguing, proof he's nearing the edge where real growth happens, where the pretenders fall away. That 1 inch further everyone fears? That's the Sigma's playground, the fertile ground for transformation. He expects doubt, he welcomes the friction. Limits are merely the boundaries of others' courage, and he exists to shatter them. This isn't blind optimism, it's a calculated understanding that human potential remains largely untapped, that comfort zones are prisons disguised as sanctuaries, and that the greatest achievements in history came from men who refused to accept the artificial ceilings placed above them by conventional wisdom. 6. Struggle is the ultimate filter. Most hit resistance and see a dead end. The Sigma sees a purification process. Hardship isn't a wall, it's a high-pressure filter separating the committed from the cosplayers. When things get ugly, the hype dies, the fair-weather fans vanish, and only the truly devoted remain. This excites the Sigma. He wants the noise gone. He thrives in the rarefied air where only the resilient stand. The struggle asks one brutal question: do you really want this? His answer always is forged in action. The easy path breeds mediocrity. The filtered path reveals true character and forges unbreakable bonds with reality. This perspective transforms obstacles from burdens to be avoided into opportunities to be embraced. Each challenge becoming not just a test of ability but a forge for character, separating those who merely talk from those who are willing to endure the necessary pain of genuine transformation. 7. Alignment is the only applause that matters. Forget cheers, forget viral fame. The Sigma's deepest drive is inner/outer alignment. Does his external reality mirror his internal vision? Does the life he lives reflect the life he knows he must build? That gap, that dissonance, is his only true motivator. External validation is noise. Internal integrity is everything. He works in the shadows not for secrecy, but because the work itself is the reward when it closes that gap. The profound satisfaction isn't in the crowd's roar. It's in the silent click of another piece falling into place, the world outside finally starting to resemble the conviction burning within. This pursuit of alignment creates a man immune to the fickle opinions of others, anchored in a purpose that transcends social approval, guided by an internal compass that remains steady even when the world around him descends into chaos and confusion. 8. Betraying their former self is unthinkable. Deep in the Sigma's psyche lives a ghost. The version of himself who endured the unimaginable, who swallowed pride, worked in silence, bled internally, and still pushed forward. That ghost isn't mourned, it's revered. Quitting now isn't just giving up on a goal, it's spitting on the sacrifices of that past self. It's a profound betrayal of the grit, the pain, the sheer bloody-mindedness that got him this far. That earlier version had no guarantees, only instinct and guts. To quit now with hard-won wisdom and strength? That's not failure, it's sacrilege against his own resilience. This relationship with his past self creates an unbreakable chain of accountability that extends backward through time. Each moment of perseverance becoming a sacred contract with the man he once was and a foundation for the man he is becoming, creating a continuity of purpose that cannot be casually abandoned. 9. Regrets cost outweighs any pain. The Sigma calculates on a longer timeline. He knows the searing agony of current struggle is finite. But the cold, creeping poison of regret? That's eternal. The haunting what if that echoes for decades, shaping a diminished future. That cost is astronomically higher than any temporary hardship. He'd rather endure the fire now than spend a lifetime wondering, what if I hadn't stopped? Failure leaves scars. Regret metastasizes, eating at the soul. The Sigma chooses the clean pain of effort over the soul-crushing decay of missed potential. The temporary sting of pushing through is nothing compared to the lifelong burden of surrender. This capacity to weigh present discomfort against future consequences represents a level of emotional maturity and strategic thinking that separates the Sigma from those who live only in the moment, sacrificing tomorrow's fulfillment for today's comfort. 10. Proving doubters right is the ultimate defeat. People whispered. They laughed. They wanted him to fail. Quitting wouldn't just be a personal loss. It would be handing those doubters a trophy validating every sneer, every underestimation. See? We told you he couldn't. This thought is anathema to the Sigma. He doesn't grind for their disapproval, but he absolutely refuses to gift them vindication. Every doubt, every insult, is archived not as bitterness but as high-octane fuel. Their need for him to fail, born from their own mediocrity, becomes the very reason he pushes harder. Surrendering to small minds is not an option. This isn't about petty revenge or external validation. It's about the integrity of his journey, about honoring the truth he knows about himself even when others can't or won't see it, about refusing to let the limitations of others' imagination define the boundaries of his potential. 11. Death on their own hill beats life on another's. Autonomy is oxygen. The Sigma would rather perish on the treacherous, self-built path, littered with rocks and thorns he placed himself, than thrive comfortably on a gilded road paved by someone else. Riding shotgun in his own life? Unthinkable prison. Even if his hill offers only struggle and obscurity, it's his hill, governed by his code. Easy isn't tempting if it means living by another's rules, timeline, or expectations. Purpose, even painful, isolated purpose, trumps comfortable conformity every time. The world calls it stubbornness. He knows it's the only way to breathe free. He'll die standing on his own terms before he kneels on borrowed ground. This fierce independence isn't mere rebellion. It's the profound understanding that a life without authenticity is no life at all, that true fulfillment can never be found in following paths carved by others, regardless of how safe or prestigious those paths might appear. This isn't just philosophy, this is the operating system of men who refuse to be defined by temporary setbacks, who understand that persistence isn't just about stubbornness, but about honoring the deepest truth of who they are and what they're capable of becoming. Here at the Sigma Male community, we don't just talk about these principles, we live them, breathe them, embody them in everything we do. If something in this message resonated with you, if you felt that spark of recognition, that silent nod of agreement, then you're exactly where you need to be. Take a moment now to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe to the Sigma Male community if you haven't already. Turn on notifications so you never miss our content designed to sharpen your mind, strengthen your resolve, and accelerate your journey toward becoming the man you know you can be. Remember, in a world of quitters and compromisers, your refusal to give up isn't just admirable, it's the only path to becoming the architect of your own destiny. Until next time, stay relentless, stay focused, and never, ever surrender what you know is possible.